Hello, welcome to Pioneer Prosperity Movement. Wherever you are now here on live. So hashtag live for our 179th
Wow,
episode. Yeah,
179.
it's been going on. We
Okay,
kept it going
it's
on for
awesome.
so long. 179th episode, bringing you another because we are almost close to the end of the year. So bringing the topic, which is escape the 9 to 5.
In
2025.
That's the most
So because
important.
we're almost finishing
Yeah.
within few weeks.
Yes.
And what we are going to give is the blueprint for financial freedom. So
So,
that's what we are here for. That's our the topic we're going to discuss. Stay tuned until the end. You are going to get plenty of values around this topic. Take away the blueprint for financial
not only
freedom,
financial freedom, time freedom.
freedom also, and make that 2025 a year you dreamt.
First of all, we're going to ask you this one because we have written a notes. We're going to ask you this one. Are you just asking yourself? You must ask yourself. Are you still stuck in the endless cycle of working hard, only to feel like you are running out of time and money? Are you still stuck there? And if you feel so that you are still stuck there, isn't it time to break free of that? Because you might be working for the past 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, or even more than that. Because we were there for 23 years. So isn't it time now to break free from that to live the life to the fullest? If you feel so, this is a session which is going to give you the not only the complete blueprint about what all we're going to what and all we're going to cover. In the sense, we're going to cover about the first and foremost, if you ever think about coming out of 95, escaping in 95, escaping the rat race, whatever you call it, as escaping the system or matrix, whatever you name it as. If you ever think about escaping out of it, first and foremost is the mindset shift. We're going to talk about that. And also we're going to talk about the financial strategies and planning. And the clear disclaimer, we are just such a random people in the YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. We are not a financial planner or executive, whatever you say. So we are just sharing the blueprint, which is actually
Us.
help not only us, help 3 million people around the globe, not one or two, not thousands, 3 million people around the globe, to live the life of complete freedom, to live as a present parent to the life to the fullest. Okay, so we're going to bring in the financial strategies and the financial commitments and the financial planning, and also the importance of leverage income. That's what you're going to learn from this session. Are you ready for that? And one more thing, before continuing further, we're going to ask you to have a pen and paper ready, or have a popcorn or a tea or a coffee, whatever it is. You're not going to take much of your time. Even if you take, at the end of the session, you will be getting a complete insight about, because you might be dreaming of, or you may be having intention about. So if you're going to get the complete value and insight around, and you're going to get the answers for everything, whatever you are so for asking about
Yeah,
yourself.
and also we will ask thought-provoking questions in between where you can write your thoughts. You don't have to show us, but it's for yourself.
Yeah.
Self-discovery is very important to know, or self-awareness is very important to know at the end of the year, so that you know what is ahead for you in 2025. Okay, and also I forgot to mention, those who are watching later, hashtag replay,
Beautiful.
and wherever you're watching, say hello or
Yeah.
hi.
Yeah, and if you're open, just drop it in the comment below, interact with us. And or if you're not open enough, that's absolutely fine. Make sure that you are answering to the questions that we are going to ask you soon.
And also type me
Hmm.
if you are intending to
Hmm.
leave, escape out of your job
Yes.
next year,
Hmm.
which you've been dreaming and waiting for. When I'm going to come out of this, type me.
Yes, exactly. And let's dive in straight away. First and foremost is the most important thing, as we said before, mindset hack. You may be wondering, what is this woohoo? Why you're talking about mindset when you're talking about escape 95? Now, that is a very important thing. So because escaping or achieving some sort of freedom or achieving some sort of success in your life requires 80% mindset, only 20% skill set. 80% mindset, only 20% skill set. So when you talk about the mindset, because the success starts in the mind first. Without the right mindset around the time, around the money, uh, it will not work at all. So you should have a of course, I'm not saying whether you're good or bad guy. No, I'm not in that mind. Whereas, what is your mindset around your lifestyle? What is your mindset around the money? First of all, that's what we want to talk about, right?
Yeah,
So if you
blueprint
want to
for
have a time
financial
freedom,
freedom.
if you want to escape the 9 to 5, you must have a mindset around the money. So what do you think about money? Because most of us unknowingly, we all have been said to believe money doesn't grow in trees, too much of money is not good, I'm not greedy about money, and what I also say can, money is too much of money is not, money is evil, and all those sort of things. And if you earn more, we have to pay more tax. Likewise, at so what and all you're resonating to this? Drop it in the comment below one if you resonate to whatever we are saying. Or unknowingly you are saying all these terms to even to yourself or to your kids or to someone. And how many of you, drop it in the comment below one if you resonate with this. How many of you say, why is once when someone asks you what is your salary? What is your income? Oh, he's so rude to ask this. How many of you hesitate to talk about money? When it comes to money, are you feeling some sort of crunch feeling inside? Are you? If it is so, drop below one, because that is what you must unpack first. So what is your thought around money? What is your mindset around money? Because without money you can't achieve any freedom.
Yeah.
That's a an 100% fact it is. So you must have a money to achieve the time freedom, financial freedom, and to escape out of the 9 to 5. Am I right? Yeah. So in that case, what is your mindset around the money? Because after knowing this is not the session for that, and after knowing that, you should escape from time for money to freedom focused thinking. That's it. You must escape from time for money, because all the way while we have been so much imprinted, indoctrinated, conditioned to believe right from the childhood, you must work hard, you must study hard, you must get a good job, and you must work hard for money. How? By means of saying dollar for hour, or time for money, saying time is money. You must develop the mindset of shifting from time for money to freedom focused thinking. Get it? And that is this is not the session for that, but we are highlighting it. There are different sessions we have done already around this. So you must come out of those mindset from time for money to freedom focused thinking, and you must think beyond the limits of, what is that, linear income.
Yeah, and also when we talk about financial freedom or freedom in general, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, that's a
What? Yeah.
yeah. Let's talk about the second.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first, this is about the mindset alone,
Mm.
and we have unpacked so many means informations related to that elaboratively in different previous episodes. If you're watching in Facebook or Instagram, of course it's not easy to scroll through. Whereas, go to, if you're already watching YouTube, or if you are watching in say, Facebook or Instagram, go to Maddie and Sudha Pioneer Prosperity Movement in YouTube channel. Maddie and Sudha Pioneer Prosperity Movement in YouTube channel, and there are so many live episodes we have done. You can
Yes,
watch through that.
yeah. Especially there are a lot of topics around financial literacy and financial freedom.
Mindset.
Definitely, I
Yeah.
am recommending you to check it out.
Yeah, and if you like that, subscribe and click the notification button so you'll be notified as well, because every single week we are providing minimum 2 episodes inside the YouTube channel, so that you can not only learn and educate yourself, but also you can share and you can change and you can prosper in your life. So let's talk about the second one, the power of vision. Yeah.
Yeah. So when we talk about financial freedom, it's like a really very much, everywhere you find, whenever you see in
Freedom is not like a novel term now.
yeah,
Yeah.
like especially financial freedom, you hear very often about
Mm.
in social media or in anything, in ads, in TV media, in general, in media. Financial freedom is like too much talked about.
Mm.
But it's different for everyone. What does that mean to you?
Mm.
Freedom as in such, like able to make your own choices.
Make a note.
That's what we say. Like, we're going to ask a lot of thought-provoking questions for you to answer for yourself. So financial freedom. What's that mean to you?
And why?
And also why it is important to you?
That's a very important question. The reason, because without having a why, many of the people will get stuck with how. It's not about how, because without having a strong why, you will again will focus on the skill set only, because at the same time skill set itself is not going to help you to achieve financial freedom. And also there is a common myth that many people are thinking that money by itself is going to give you financial freedom. It is not. Money by itself is going to create you the wealth. It is not. So that is why it is going to you are going we have to first of all unpack what, as you mentioned, can you explain again?
So what financial freedom means to you? It's definitely different for everyone. What does that mean to you, and why you need financial freedom? What are all the things you want to achieve when you receive the or when you achieve the financial freedom? Freedom is the ability to make choices in general.
Yeah.
So what will be your choices to make?
And you know what is a new lux or new flex or new success in life? Is freedom.
Not money, freedom.
Not freedom. You should have a freedom in life to make choices every single day. And you should have a freedom in life and flexibility in life to design your own day without the approval of anyone. You should have a freedom and flexibility in your life if you're a parent, to be a present parent with your kids, and also to be with your kids whenever they need, not whenever you want or whenever you can. No, whenever you they need or whenever you can, or you want also, but not whenever you can. There's a lot of whenever you can depends on someone's approval, but whenever you want, whenever the kids want, if you are present with them, that's a freedom and flexibility. That is a new flex of life. That is called as a luxurious life. It's not about looking rich, it's about being rich. Being rich, if you're focusing on the life towards being rich, then you must have the freedom and flexibility in life. You may ask, oh, that's what I want, is I want to escape 9 to 5. Yeah, but you must understand all these factors first of all. Freedom and flexibility.
We haven't talked about us.
Oh,
we
yeah.
value time freedom more than anything,
Why?
because we want to be a present parent. Because so we value time freedom more than any other thing. So that's why that's how we quit our jobs. He helped me also to quit my job.
So in saying that, we both were working as a physiotherapist for 23 years across the globe, and I ended up working for 60 hours a week, and she was working around 50 hours a week, which I didn't like at all. It's not that I want to stop her, but I didn't like that kind of lifestyle. Always like working to live, not living to work. Always living to work. Just longing for the weekend, longing for the long holidays, longing for the long weekends, to be present with the kids. And that's how our life was. In saying that, when I start to work, my kids will be getting up. When I go to work, my kids will be getting up from the bed. When I come back, they will be getting ready for the bed. That's how our life was before. And we didn't like it at all. We are not settling for that at all. We said to ourselves, that's not the life that we are supposed to live. And that's not the reason why we migrated to Australia, to live, to just survive and exist between the pay cycle. So in that way, we came to a point, something has to be changed. And that's how I was daringly stepped out of my comfort zone, which I don't have any experience in any business at all. And by 2021 February, I joined the business. I had a time goal. That's what I'm going to talk about next. I had a time goal to come out of the. It doesn't mean that I don't like physio. I like, but I'm not happy there. Many people say that you must be happy with what you have. If you're happy with what you have, eventually you settle with what you'll have as an average life. I'm not happy for that. And we don't want to impose and inject the same to our kids too, to settle with the average life, saying I'm happy with what I have. I'm not happy with what I have, and I was dare enough to say that I'm not happy with what I have, because we are aiming for the best, aiming to be more, to do more, to give more, to have more, and we felt deep inside that we are here for that. We deserve it. Our kids deserve more time with us. That's what we felt it. And followed by that, I joined the business by February 2021. And I had a time goal. That's what I'm going to talk about next, of the goals. First of all, I set the goal. Next thing I'm going to talk about, if I want to come out of my job, what is my time frame? I set the time frame as 1 year. And not only the time frame, okay, in 1 year, within 1 year time, I must come out of my job. That's what my time goal is. Likewise, what is your time goal? If you want to escape 95, it's for some reason. Yeah, what is your time goal? Is it a 6 months time, or 10 months time, or 12 months, or 1.5 or 2 years? What is your time goal? Whether you may or may not like, but are you happy? Ask yourself honestly and authentically, and be vulnerable. Are you happy with the current lifestyle of leaving the kids in the daycare, preschool care, after school care, daycare, and not being with them? I'm not talking about money. I'm not talking about the lifestyle, and I'm talking about the presence as you, dad and mom, with your kids. Are you really happy with that, or are you just settling for it because your neighbors are doing, your friends are doing? Ask yourself that. We weren't happy. So, what is your time goal? If you say that I want to escape, I want to come out of, I want to have a time freedom. Okay, cool. That's right. What is your time goal? 6 months? Or 1 year, 10 months, or 1 year, or 2 years? What is your time frame? Have a set time goal, because without having a destination, you'll just drift around. You must have a set destination. What is your time goal? That's number one. I had a time goal of 1 year, but you know what, I made it happen within 10 months. February 2021 I joined the business, and November 2021, exactly 16th, I just came out of, quit my job. So I had the time frame, and strategically I just made it happen as well, with the change in the mindset. So what is your time goal? And next to that is the most important thing. If you say I want to achieve financial freedom, if you say I want to escape 9 to 5, let's talk about the finance first, because that's a key, right?
Yeah, of course, everyone at the end,
Mm.
achieve financial freedom. We talked about what it
Yeah,
does mean
yeah.
to you, but we are talking in numbers now.
So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, what is the amount you feel or you should that you must make for that set months to exit, for an exit plan?
What is the exit plan? What is the X amount of money that you must make per month to first of all escape? Let's talk about the financial freedom later. First of all, what is the amount of money that you must make? What is your financial goal? If you set the time goal of 1 year, within the 1 year time, I must make a X amount of figure in dollars or rupees or whatever, pounds or whatever you say, wherever you are tuning in from, so that I can escape out of 9 to 5. Put it in. Just write it in your piece of paper, or write it in a note. Because without having these two, time goal and the financial planning, it's not going to go anywhere. You'll be just drifting around. That is what you must have. And to talk about the financial planning X amount of figure, if you still don't know what actually it is going on, what actually your current payments are, and then
Talk about the current status so you can work it out.
Yeah.
For the 12 months.
current payments, bills, and the mortgage payments if you have, or expenses.
Credit
So,
card repayments.
yes, any payments, loans payments, loan repayments, anything. What are your current payments, ongoing payments going on, and your bills and the daily life expenses based on your dependents? Have a kind of awareness around your financial commitments month to month basis. Number one. So number one is time goal. Number two is this kind of financial planning. What is the X amount of money? And number three is the most important thing. Want to say that? If they drop.
Yeah. What if, for some reason,
Not only for
some-
this, for
yeah,
some reason. Yeah.
for some reason, what if you are your partner or both of them, or have to stop working because of some reason?
Hmm. How long?
how long you can manage, or like the
How
emergency
many
funds.
months?
Yeah, how many months you can go on.
Is it 3 months or 6 months or more than that? You must have a minimum of 3 to 6 months or even more. Recommended is even more, but a minimum of 3 to 6 months of
Emergency
emergency
funds.
fund. We don't say saving.
No.
Saving, storing is right word, but saving is not a right word. Saving is not you saving, but you saving for the bank, not for you. So for that, that's a different episode. We are not going to talk about this one. That one actually there. So what is your how much of emergency fund is available right now?
In months, yeah, how
In
many
months.
months you can go on as things as usual.
Mm.
But for some reason you stop working, so there is no income.
So recommendation is minimum of 3 to 6 months and above.
Yeah.
Get it? That's the time. Or if you are really dare enough, you don't need to, because you had, like, you are like me. That's what I could say. You are like, I wasn't having that minimum. Definitely I should say that, right? To be honest, I wasn't having that. When I joined this business, I was having only $400, and somehow I managed to, because I was so scared to be in the same place,
Yeah.
and I was so scared to see myself and my family to be like that for next 20 years, because I joined this business by the age of 42.
Yeah.
I couldn't see. I was so scared to. So in that case, I just somehow managed to fund for the one time investment. That's a different topic. So if you are like me, if you are really having that hunger and the desire to go all in, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But
And,
if
yeah.
you are a really strategic person, yeah, go ahead.
So that makes us to talk about the next one. I said when you stop working and there is no income. Why when you stop working the income is not coming in? Because when you're not working, when you're not at work, when you're not in your job, when you're not managing your small business, or if you're a self-employed, when you're not there, if you stop working for some reason, I said there's no income coming in. So that's how our next topic I want to really make you to
Unpack.
be aware of. When you are in a place, a certain place at a certain time, for example 9 to 5, or a shift worker 7 to 3.
Or small business, or a
Yes.
self-employed.
Yeah, if it's your own, it's even more hours, say, from morning to till night. So if something needs your physical presence at a certain time, and in exchange for your time and your presence there, you get paid. It's usually per hour. Okay, so that is linear income.
Yep.
That's why I said the question before: when you stop working, when you're not at work for some reason, and the money stops coming in, which is very true with linear income.
That's why we said at the earliest the start itself, to escape out of the 95, you must think beyond the linear income.
Which is freedom based thinking.
Beyond the linear income, which is freedom based thinking. So let's unpack
Yeah.
furthermore.
So that's linear income. So what else other income is available?
So the only way to escape, the only way to achieve time and financial freedom is
Leveraged income. So have you ever heard this word leveraged income? Everyone knows, everyone gets income, and all of that category under the linear income. So is there even other sort of income available? Most of them don't
in
know.
saying that 4 years before.
We also didn't know. All we know is we go to work, present ourselves at a certain time, paid for that time, and then come back. That's our income.
And what we did when we want more money.
We did overtime.
That's all. I started with 38 hours, ended up with what? 60 hours.
I started with 38 hours, ended up with 50.
So drop it in the comment below if you're open, how many hours that you're doing overtime. Or how many hours you're working first initially, and how many hours you worked before initially, and how many hours you're working now overtime. If you're open, drop in a comment below, or in a piece of paper, make a note. Yeah, go ahead.
What else other, what other incomes are available? Is there even other income, other type of income exist? We didn't know that there is another type of income exists apart from this linear
All
income.
we know is time for money, work hard for money, more overtime, blah blah blah. Yeah.
Some at this situation of where it's a recession or inflation, and a lot of things going on, is even beyond overtime. They are choosing their second job,
Mm.
like give themselves another 8 hours.
I don't know how they're doing, but
Mm.
16 hours a day.
Mm.
We are talking to people actually. Yeah.
So they are even in the hours giving their time in another job, the second job or the part-time job or a casual,
Mm.
and still comes under linear income.
So that is why you must come across the term called as.
Leveraged
So what is
income.
leverage income?
Leverage income doesn't require your physical presence and it's not dependent on time.
Mm.
You're not paid or you're not making money or you're not earning an income what is not time based or where you're present.
Mm.
You're not giving your time, so this is totally independent of time where time is not equal to money.
That's it. So you must ditch the belief of time is money, because time is not money. Time is infinitely valuable than money. So you're not going to exchange the time for money. When you're not going to exchange the time for money and making more money, because as long as you believe time is money, limited time, because you can't say unlimited time. The time is finite here. Limited time. If you exchange, what do you get? Limited money. Probably $25 an hour, $80 an hour, $150 an hour, $200 an hour, $300 an hour. That's it. Limited. Whatever the cap that you have, it's capped. Whereas when you say time is not money, leverage income, eventually unlimited. Get it? And there are so many instances. We have unpacked so many things that even today morning also I posted related to that in the Facebook and Instagram. You are working hard for the money with for a 2 to 3% of increment maximum, where the money is getting devalued every single year 3.3%. At the same point of time, because of the inflation, the cost of living 2 to 4%, it's increasing every single year. Think about that. Think about that for a while. For a 2 to 3% increment, you're working for the money in your job, or for time is money concept. At the same time, the money is getting devalued every single year 3.3% on an average, right from 1971. Once the gold standard, once the value of the money, once the gold standard has been removed from the value of the money, it is being devalued. At the same time, the cost of living is increasing up to 4% every single year, or eventually, like, in fact, to say that 17% increase in cost of living within this last 4 years itself.
Everyone could feel a pinch when they pay for their groceries or the rental increase or their mortgage
Interest.
interest increase,
Hmm.
or even just getting a weekly things and
Hmm.
payments, everything increased. So everyone getting a pinch, especially the last 4 years, which is because 17%, and
and
on top of that inflation.
and the purchasing power. What is your purchasing power? The purchasing power of each and every individual is dropping 4% every year. Do you know that? And if you ask where the money goes, this is how the money is getting dispersed, diluted. Not by you, by someone. Getting it? This is what the reason why the money is not enough for you. Are you aware around this? So that's we have unpacked so many things around that
So when it
already.
comes to leveraged income,
Mm.
so definitely that's where the topic connects financial freedom blueprint and the escape out of 9 to 5. That's where we connect those, because leveraged income is possible only through a business model.
Mm. Yep, beautiful.
Any job, could be any job, it provides only linear, it cannot provide leveraged income.
Not at all. Any job or any small business or any self
Any.
employment which includes your physical presence, it means there is no leverage income. If there is no leverage income, no escapism, no escape
No
strategy,
time
no
freedom.
freedom, not at all. Not at all. You may achieve financial success by compromising your life. So, if you are having the escape plan, first and foremost, you should shift the mindset from time for money to freedom focus towards saying leverage income. That is the most important thing, right? Is it not?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you understood about the difference between linear income and leverage income. So in linear income, you exchange the time, whereas what you're going to exchange in the leverage income? So that is what we have unpacked so many instances about OPM, OPT, other people's time, other people's money, leveraging other people's money, leveraging other people's time, leveraging the system, leveraging the automation with the right business model. And also, I just bring in one most important thing value here. Many people think saying that, oh, I have invested into the property, I invested into the real estate, blah blah blah. You are invested, but if you have invested into those real estate or investment property, whatever, based on the linear income, it is an absolute trap, which is going to make you to work for another 10 or 20 years. So the only method, the only strategy, the only plan, the only way to escape out of 9 to 5 is you must shift from linear income to leverage income based on your financial commitment goal and your time goal. For that, you must have a legit business model to which provides the business. I'm not talking about the small business, the legit business model which is having a system in place, which is having an automation in place, which can be scalable and duplicatable globally with a high profit, so that you can leverage all these five to make a leverage income. Do you have that such kind of strategy in your place to escape out of 9 to 5, or to achieve time freedom, or to achieve financial freedom? Do you have such kind of strategy in place? So if you have, keep doing it. If you don't, that is what we are going to do.
That's what we are sharing our the opportunity which we are in for the last 4 years, nearly 4 years. So which ticks
It's
all
going
the
to be 4 years by this February.
February,
Wow.
which ticks all the box when it comes to system in place, automation, especially what we are more what made us to attract more is be anywhere,
Location freedom.
be anywhere where you want to, not stuck with like a warehouse or a brick and mortar business, like a one place and where you still have to go, or even employ someone to be there even if you are not there. So all that, so we want to be wherever we are, and the business, irrespective of what we where we are, it still runs. And also, not only that, it's also, again, I said, not only dependent on our time, but it also not dependent on the day and night work, day and night times.
Shift.
It is 24/7. So what kind of business model has this all boxes tick? Running 24/7, automation
For
in
you.
place,
Yeah.
yeah, system in place,
High profit.
and you don't have a physical place, or a warehouse or something like that. You don't have to have those kind of usual traditional type of businesses. So all that, made us to jump into this business, and still going on with the nearly
Beautiful.
completing the 4 years.
It's not only jumping in, and also we have crossed so many milestones in 10 years time. In 10 years, 10 months time, as I said before, 10 months time, I helped myself to quit my job. And in 2 years time, I helped my wife to quit a job. That doesn't mean that I don't want her to go to job. I don't want her to go hustle and grind all the way. So I helped her to quit a job. And in the 2.5 years time, since July 2023, we started living our dreamful life. What is that?
Yeah,
Traveling.
and we can be anywhere, and irrespective of where we are, our business is running successfully
24/7.
24/7.
Wherever we are. So we are traveling around Australia for the past 17 months, full-time travelers with our kids, where we are homeschooling our kids. And also we went to Japan for 35 days. And next year we have planned so many epic without having any time and financial constraints. That's how we started living our life nowadays. Every single day.
Because that's what freedom means to us. How we talked about freedom, not very specifically time freedom or financial freedom. In general, for us, is more of a time freedom, wherever we want to go at whenever we want,
And also
not
be with our kids.
yeah, not waiting for anyone's approval, or if we decided to stay, uh, you know
In a
increase,
place.
yeah, in a place more number of days or even a month. There is no factors controlling that particular thing.
Yeah.
So we could be
I
anywhere.
would like to highlight, I'll bring a short story here, because we went to Japan for planning of we didn't plan actually 15 or 20 days, and then we kept on increasing, and then after we came to a plan. Okay, we'll just end, and we went to a airport. And as for some technical reason, our nearly around 3-4 flights were cancelled.
Yeah.
So many, every single one of them are panicking. Every single one of them.
Calling their bosses, next day they're going to work, because it's
Whoever
just
we are
10 hour,
talking
yeah,
to, yeah.
10-hour flight. So everyone, most of them are going to work the next day. So everyone calling their colleagues, everyone calling their bosses, at, like school, informing
Yeah.
school, very panicky situation.
So much for panic situation, and we became like a moral people, like okay, we are just talking to them and making them to suit them. It's all right, should be fine. So why we are saying this, because we didn't worry about to report to someone, or we didn't worry about the time at all. And we went back and booked another 5-star resort, and we stayed there for another 5 days. We just enjoyed it, we just lived it, we just made use of it actually in saying that. And when the when the airport people call, when the airlines call us, like we said, okay, that's fine, whenever the next flight over we have, they said that in 3 days time or in 5 days time, whichever suits. We said to them that give it to them, those who are in a hurry, give it in the 5 days time, that we don't mind that. Getting it? Because we don't have any fine times constraints at all. That's what I brought the story here. That's what the life that we are living, with complete freedom, which is even possible by you.
Not only us, along with you, we hear plenty of people's success story every day in the business community where we are part of. So we hear many success stories, not only with money, but also success stories like people are migrating country to country and decided to live
In saying
freedom
that,
lifestyle.
I'll say that that the 18 years old James, who is actually going to moving to Qatar, right? Dubai. 18 years old. He's just joined the business 9 months before. He's already in a rank 682, which is 2 levels away from making your legacy income, which is 682-3. And another person named Mary, she also reached 682. And another person named recently, who is that? What's that person name? Brody. Brody became 682-3, who achieved legacy recently. Likewise, there are so many people we can name
Every
them.
day we
You can see in our Facebook or Instagram post, we are giving it actually. In our business community, in our global business community, who has around 3 million people, everyone is succeeding here. Everyone is making a leverage income. Everyone is achieving their dreams and the goals and changing the reality.
And also every day we hear people who are quitting their jobs because they, whatever they decided, when we set financial goals, when we talked about, so they achieve their financial goal at whatever time, and then they are able to quit their jobs, and also plenty of them helping their partners to quit their job too.
Like how I helped my wife.
So those are the success stories we hear every day, like literally
Every day.
And which makes us even more certain towards our business, so which we are part of. And also we are ready for this movement. That's why we named our movement as a it's not only a business, it's more of a movement, because we are impacting many more. Like already there are around the world like 3 million people, so we want to impact more, and also help people who have goals very similar to us, like helping their partner to, like for us was it travel, for maybe you have some different reason, like your partner have some health reasons, but
or you want to go
quit.
if you're a migrant like us, you may want to go back to, wherever you are from, to visit your parents or siblings or anyone more often. It's all possible.
Depends. So every day we hear more of this success stories, and which made us even more and more certain.
That is exactly why we have created the movement called as Pioneer Prosperity Movement. The reason, because by 2026, whether you may or may not know, 67% of the jobs are going to be replaced, and between 2026 to 2030 there is going to be a major revolution where every single job is going to become project based. There is not going to be any hourly based,
and also AI influenced,
and also going to be AI influenced jobs. So if it is that case, there's going to be a major revolution is going to happen. So either you can stay there where you are and be as a victim, or instead of they forcing you to change, rather you can be a pioneer now to step out of your comfort zone, to step up and learn what you don't know about finance, about changing your mindset, and also using a legit business model from us. We are going to mentor and train you all the way as how we got the help and mentorship.
Yeah.
We are here to help and mentor and train you all the way to escape out of the 9 to 5 within this 2025, which is possible because personally I made it happen with the same exact business model. Because I had the time goal 1 year, I had the financial goal, and everything I made it happen within the 10 months time. And I can even make it quicker for you based on the experience, the learning, and the mentorship which I invested for. I can able to make it happen for you too. I can help you too as well. But at the same point of time, we are here to help you to only to who are having the commitment, who are committed towards it. That is why we always have a when you reach us by dropping below freedom for this episode, we are going to assign a 20 minutes call with you to know what is your number one reason to start an online business to make money. Of course, freedom, but what is your number one reason? We are going to talk about in detail about that, and we want to know your commitments. And followed by that, if you're a good fit, we are here to share and to make you to take an informed smart decision. You're going to provide our 1 hour free business masterclass, and followed by that we're going to have a clarity call to discuss any queries, any of the to clarify any of your queries and help you to make a decision, not to convince you to make a decision. There are two different variations to take you from where you are to where you want to be. Because what's the point of if we can't help you? That's why we would like to see whether you're a good fit and how we can help you to move from A to B. And followed by that, we all become a pioneer to prosper in our life. That is why we have created the movement. So we have a massive vision towards it as well. That is why we are here to help you to escape out of 9 to 5 within 2025, which is very well possible because I am the evidence that so many people are in this business. We can provide you the testimony as well. So it's time now.
Yeah, and also for many, freedom think it's luck. It just comes by itself. But whatever they are choosing to do, but it's not about luck. It's about strategy and commitment.
And the
Strategy,
mindset,
yes,
mindset.
yeah.
Don't be mindset. That's a more important.
Strategy is what we are going to
No, no,
help
no.
you
It's
with,
not only the strategy. Mindset. We are going to help you with the mindset and the strategy.
and
Right?
your commitment.
That's a very important thing.
Your commitment, our strategy, and with the right mindset, it is possible. But a lot of them think it's luck. Definitely, it's not a luck.
And moreover, we are so grateful for making this decision because it was so. I had when I jumped onto this, when I was seeing this, I was having so much of fear. I was so scared. I'm doubting myself and also doubted the system, the business I was looking at that time because I don't my none of my generations had any business or anything like that. My siblings doesn't have. I was so scared, but what was so scary to me, as I said before, to be in the same place where I was. So followed by that, I was so scared, but even then, fear is not courage is not absence of fear. Courage is having a fear but doing it anyway to succeed, to change. Change is inevitable. There's no point of being stuck in where you are, being safe, secure, and comfortable because it's nothing but stagnation. There's no growth. So that is why I made a decision to jump on and to learn open mindedly because what I was doing, it wasn't working. The model which I was in, the time is money, is not working. It's making me to settle with what I have. I'm not migrated for that. I'm not here to make my family to suffer the same. That is why I open mindedly jumped in and made a right decision. So freedom is not a dream. Freedom is a decision that you make every single moment. So what kind of decision that you must make to move on, to step up, to level up, to change your life towards a freedom. When you make that right extraordinary decision, and immediately if you make a right extraordinary action with your fullest commitment, you can very well make it happen to escape out of the 95, escape out of the system, escape out of the matrix.
With our blueprint for the financial freedom along with that. So the
Time and
decision,
financial
yeah.
freedom. Yeah.
Decision is yours, and we have a few more weeks left for this year. Don't let another year pass by and be in the same place at the end of 2025.
And not
Take
only that,
decisions now.
one more thing. Don't let, oh, I will wait until 2025 to start. No. Rather than waiting for 2025, because someday is a disease. One day is a disease. Rather than waiting for 2025 and then afterwards, no. Let's start and welcome the 2025 knowing that you are going to make it happen. That is what the successes do. That is what we did. Success loves speed. Successes make decision and take calculated risk within 60 seconds. And without knowing all this, I have made a decision. And now,
Yep.
that's it. So here we are, Maddie and Sudha, drop below freedom.
Freedom. Yep.
And followed by that, we are going to show you the blueprint, and we are going to be a pioneer, and all can prosper in our life to live your life to the fullest every day. We succeed together.